the chairman wa TARDA, Athi and Rivers Development Authority, the chair Patrick Gichohi, the TARDA CEO Raban Rioba, and the staff of TARDA, the County Commissioner Pius Murugo, the DCC, the representative of the national and county governments, Kiamukuyu MCA, Honorable Anthony Dagita, development partners, community-based organizations, distinguished guests, our very esteemed and gracious bishops, pastors, and the Church of God in our Mathīra constituency and the surrounding areas, because I know some have come from Nairobi. It is my great pleasure to join you today for a tree planting launch here in Mathīra, my homeland. Thank you, Mr. Liban, the MD, and your the chair and the team that is dedicated to this great initiative. Africa is struggling with many challenges, including brutal effects of climate change, triggered by the reckless and thoughtful human activities, of which we have played a little or negligible roles. What we are saying is that many of the problems that we are facing here in Africa, we did not create the problem of the climate change. It was created by the same wazungus who come here, and they are telling us to plant trees while themselves they are polluting the air and causing the problem that we are having. We may, however, not afford to sit down and lament. We have to take action. We have to take the action now. Take, for instance, just concluded Africa Climate Summit hosted by His Excellency the President William Ruto. This was a sign of our government's commitment to adapting climate change actions and an action-oriented approach in the greening of our environment. Ladies and gentlemen, we must all individually and collectively build safe environmental communities where we live healthy and which we shall pass to our own future generations. In fact, there is no greater gift we can hand to our grandchildren than this one, where we give them an earth that is healthy, with trees, with fruits that they can be able to call their home. History will judge us ever so harshly if we've had a polluted planet to our next generation, who have had nothing to do with our actions or inactions. And therefore, the restoration of the landscape that were in the past heavy and natural vegetation cover through forestation, which was very critical to the food security and the future of our nation for food, water, and agriculture. This we must do, and do in an urgent way. It is painful to see bare land that used to be beautiful. It is more hurting to see rivers where we used to swim. There is no longer water there, and children are not swimming. It hurts most to find springs where we used to fetch clean water and safe drinking water are now looking like sand dunes in deserts, and it hurts me to even imagine what would happen if we don't plant the trees now. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, the Kenya Kwanza administration is focused on planting and growing 15 billion trees in the country by the year 2032. This initiative will not only increase our forest cover, in the country, but also mitigate and also act as an avenue to create jobs for our youth, foster citizen responsibility, corporate and social responsibility, and build a resilient climate that will mitigate for climate change. I call upon every Kenyan to be at the forefront in this exercise. Kenya is our home. It is our motherland. And I know we don't have another. So we must take care of our land, Kenya. For instance, in this region, we are the home to one of the Kenyan's biggest water towers, the Mount Kenya Water Tower. We also have the Aberdares, and we have all those mountains and hills and ranges that feed most of the Kenyans with water. So it is our responsibility that we make sure that these water towers are restored so that the rivers don't dry and we end up dying, all of us. Already we can see the dire effect of climate change, the strength in the flow of the river Sagana, the Tana and the Athi is weak, and the rivers are no longer have huge gallons of water as it was in 1980s. To reverse this negative trend, let us take advantage of the rainy season and plant as many trees as possible. When the vegetation cover is in our water sources is abundant, we shall secure our agriculture, ensure food security, and have enough water for human consumption. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can also take advantage of carbon sinks and quantity of the carbon credit generated through the numerous water towers in Kenya, and bargain for loans and other financial benefits from the international community. This is an explored multi-billion-dollar opportunity for the green Africa. Let us all commit to plant and grow trees to achieve the 30% forest cover set by the Kenya Kwanza administration for our good and the good of our nation. I call all of us to start environmental education right from our own homes. Let us also educate our children on the importance of the how to correct garbage, to dispose of it, tree planting, and reducing the pollution. In conclusion, our efforts and every one of us here put together and partnering with everybody, and to have a community that is working in unison and synchronized to make sure that all things that we do are meant for our better future, the health of our land, the health of our forests, and the water, then we will have water security and sustainable development. I'm so glad that I'm here today to launch it in Mount Kenya, and especially in Kiamukuyu. So I'm now declaring the launch already opened for us to plant trees. God bless you. God honor you.